guys, it's Danielle with North Lawn Flower Farms. In today's video, I want to share with you this beautiful Amaryllis bulb and talk about how to plant it, how to care for it, and how to get it to bloom again next year. So let's just start at the beginning. Let's say you have a brand new bulb and you're ready to plant it. What you want to do is plant it with a third of the bulb above the medium. So you want the nose of the bulb and the neck exposed. And I've covered mine with some decorative pine cones that you can see if I remove those, that this bulb is sitting a third above the planting medium. And the reason for that is that you don't want any rot to occur, and if it's buried completely under the ground, that's a sure sign that rot is going to sit in. Also make sure that when you buy your bulb and you're planting your amaryllis, that your pot has drainage holes, because you want to make sure that as you water around the plant that the water drains thoroughly, once again to prevent root rot. So once you have your bulb planted, you want to water it in around the bulb thoroughly, and then just let it sit there. Once you see about 2 inches of the plant start to emerge, that's when you want to start to water it on a regular basis. I water mine about once a week, but just check it and make sure it's evenly moist. You want to place it in a bright, indirect sunlight, and then you're going to watch it grow right before your eyes. Most of these bulbs take between 6 and 8 weeks to mature, with some of the larger bulbs taking up to 10 weeks. So it's a good idea, if you want them blooming at a certain time of the year, that you count backwards and plant accordingly. So now let's pretend our amaryllis is done blooming and all of the flowers and the flower stalks have faded. You want to go ahead and remove each flower as it dies, because the plant is going to attempt to produce seed, and we don't want it doing that. We want it to send all its energy into the bulb, into increasing the bulb size and increasing the bulb's energy for next year's blooms. So go ahead and remove each spent flower as they come, and then once they're all done, go ahead and remove the flower stalk. Now for most amaryllis, but not all, you're going to get the flower stalks first and then the leaves will emerge. So once these flower stalks are done and I've cut them back, I'll start to see that beautiful lush growth of the leaves. And it almost looks like an orchid to me. So in January, February, and March, I'm going to treat this just as a house plant. I'm going to place it in a very, very bright sunny window, because once again, I want that bulb growing and getting as much So once we start to see all of those beautiful green leaves appear, we want to stick this plant in the brightest windowsill that we can find, because once again, our goal here is to get as much energy into the bulb as possible. So place it in the brightest location in your house, and in January, February, March, even April, continue to treat it as a house plant, watering it approximately once a week, just keeping it evenly moist to make sure the water continues to drain out and avoid rot. And at this point around April, I like to start fertilizing it once a month, just with an even 10-10-10 fertilizer. Okay, now the fun begins in the summer. So once all danger of frost has passed, you want to stick your plant outside in a space that gets bright morning sun and a little bit of a dappled sun in the afternoon. You don't want it to cook out there all day long. Let it live outside all summer long. Continue to care for it, watering it as needed. Now, when the frost is approaching, bring the plant back inside and you're going to start its dormancy process. So what you want to do is actually let the pot dry out, and you want to move it into cooler temperatures. You're looking for a temperature about 55 degrees. So for us here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, we have a basement. That's a great place to allow my pot to dry down and to go into its dormancy period. You'll see a lot of the leaves at that point die back. Just go ahead, let it do its thing, and about after 8 weeks, you're going to bring it back upstairs. At this point, we're looking at November, and then you're ready to start the process all over again, just as if it was a new bulb that you were purchasing from the store. Now there's a great chance when you bring it back upstairs that it will bloom for you the following year, as long as it was able to create enough energy in that bulb to send up a new bloom spike. But even if it doesn't send up a bloom spike the second year, don't get discouraged. No matter what, it will surely send up leaves for you, and just give the process a whole nother try the third year. Don't get discouraged, because it's really worth a try, and we're saying, hey, that's my third-year-old amaryllis bulb blooming again. Well, I sure hope these tips were helpful, and I hope you give amaryllis growing a try, because it really is easy and beautiful and a wonderful plant to enjoy during the holidays. Until next time, happy gardening! Bye!